Hi, Linda Bowen here from StampingWithLinda.com, your cardiologist since 1997, helping you create cards from the heart. I hope you're joining me from the Creative Inking blog hop as we focus on fun folds. And you know I love cards with fun folds. I usually call them a creative fold, but fancy fold, whatever you call them, they're just a fun way to add a little dimension to our card. So not only am I going to share a fun fold, I'm going to share a little technique. I'm going to start with the hand-penned designer series paper, and I am going to bring in my hand-penned petals stamp set, and I'm going to use my Memento die. Sorry about the yucky paper, but I'm just going to use that to stamp off on with this technique. So I'm going to be stamping right on my designer series paper. And while I'm stamping, I'm also going to grab my Very Vanilla envelope. I think this is something we forget to do, at least I do, and that is to create interest with our envelope. I'm going to bring in the pale papaya, and so my technique is just stamping right on that designer series paper and giving it just a soft look in the background. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp off with this flower. So we've got two different shades. I'm going to go ahead and do my envelope also. Stamp off. I'm going to stamp off for both the flowers for the envelope. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab that garden green and the leaves. Again, stamping off to get a lighter shade. With stamping off, it also matches the designer series paper better with the different prints. Now I'm going to go in and finish up. So you're still seeing through the designer series paper, and that's going to be cool because I will use the paper in my card. So we're going to go ahead and set that aside. I'm going to go in and grab my mini Stamp and Cut Emboss. Love that I can have this right on my table. I'm going to put my first platform down and then my second, and then that die that I just had. Now what did I do with it? There it is. I'm going to add some painter's tape just to make sure that it doesn't slide on me. Just add that. That painter tape, I think, has seen its better day. I like to keep it right on my handle so that I know exactly where it is. Now I'm just going to grab my second mat that I don't see. Let's just grab another one here. Oh, there it is. Put that on top. One thing when you're using this mini Stamp and Emboss cut, always best to have an offset with your plates. Makes it easier for it to die cut. We've got that. Things falling all over here. So it just gives a nice look with that designer series paper in the background. Now we're ready to do our card. I have already taken basic black and my Stampin' cut and emboss machine and used the new layering diorama dies. Love these dies, just a totally different look. I have 2 more pieces of that designer series paper. One measures 1 7/8 by 3 3/8. This one was 2.5 by 3 3/4. I have 2 pieces of basic black. One of them measures 2 by 4 and the other is 2 5/8 by 3 7/8. I have a piece of the pale papaya. This measures 4 by 8, and then I also have a piece of basic black that's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Now I'm going to bring in my trimmer and I am going to score the pale papaya along that 8-inch side at 5 1/4. I'm also going to bring in my smaller piece of black. This measures 2 by 4, and along the 4-inch side, I'm going to score that at 1/2 inch. Now my fancy fold is a double opening card, so we're going to go ahead and grab my adhesives here, and I am going to use that designer series paper, the same pattern that I stamped on. We have got our designer series paper. We are going to add, I'm using the Stampin' Seal Plus, which is very sticky. I'm going to bring in my pale papaya. And we're going to place this behind like so. And then we're going to add our snail, or excuse me, Stampin' Seal Plus. Can't get snail out of my mind. See, that didn't adhere real good. And we're going to add that to my 5 1/4, or excuse me, 5 1/2 by 4 1/4 piece of black. Add that right about there. Going to bring in some dimensionals and adhere that die cut. Want to make sure that you put your dimensionals on your piece so that it doesn't seal your card down with that double flap. You need to be careful with your adhesives. Now we're going to add the piece that we stamped. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to go in and we're going to grab the Memento Black ink pad. We are going to use the stamps. This one is from the Hand Pen bundle. And we're going to stamp the thanks down here. And then we're going to go in and grab verse from, this one is called Always in My Heart, and it says, the best kind of friend is the kind like you. Got that? Next, what we're going to do is we're going to go in and we're going to grab one of our bumblebee trinkets and see if I've got some glue dots around here. Yep, here they are. And we're just going to grab a little glue dot. Now these bumblebees are thin. They won't stick up on your card that much when you go to mail it. They are back in stock. They were out of stock for quite a while, but they are back in stock. So that's a good thing. I'm going to put that right there, and there you have it. A fun fold that is a double opening card. Hope you've enjoyed today's video, and you go check out the other fun folds during our blog hop creative inking. Thanks for joining us. Talk to you real soon. Bye-bye.